to Big V TV. Great to have you with us for a Friday night heading into round 11. It's been a very, very big week in the Big V office. Craig Freeman, Steve Chalmers with me, and they are fresh off just thinking that they were NBA players today, all over it. The big game one of the series, and this guy here, he's worn out. We haven't even started the show yet, and he's been running around the office, slam dunking on everyone, just thinking it's all about Warriors and Cleveland at the moment. So,
well, Friday.
You're with us, mate. All right, you okay?
Okay. There's no Big V games tonight,
no,
so Friday was all about the NBA.
For you it was. You and I have been working flat out.
Tomorrow and Sunday, the attention turns back to the serious stuff in Big V.
Serious stuff.
It's the biggest league in the world.
It's round 11, biggest games of the weekend, and there are some good ones coming up, Steve.
Yeah, it starts off at Youth League to women's level as well.
Well, the games are up behind us right now, aren't they?
Because
they're there, aren't they?
That is correct.
Right, okay.
First against third. First meeting between these two teams this season. Casey take on Blackburn. And I think this could be the Cavs' toughest test to date.
Well, give us the rundown, Craig, because you've been talking about the Cavs all day today. Not the Casey variety, but certainly the Cavs have been on mind.
Yeah, Steve said might be their toughest test for the season. Probably Blackburn or Pakenham are the toughest test to Casey, I think, in this league. Blackburn are flying. They've won 4 of their last 5 and have some real good depth to trouble the Cavs.
Who's going to win? Don't say it. Don't do it, Steve.
I think if it had
they're
been
10 and zip, Steve. Don't do it.
Had it been at Knox, which is the home of the Vikes,
Right,
I would have
okay.
tipped. I would have put Blackburn forward.
Right, but
I think because on the road, Casey.
they're 10 and zip.
Yes,
Steve. Casey will win.
Yeah, the Cavaliers.
How much by, Craig? Just as a point of interest.
Double digits.
Are you going double digits?
Yeah,
okay,
12 points.
All right, fair enough.
12 points.
Youth League 2 men, there's the games coming up this weekend. Some big games tomorrow night and Sunday afternoon. What are we looking at, Steve?
Well, I want to put the focus on Frankston's weekend because I think the Blues are coming. And I know Carlton have been, in the AFL, have been saying that for a long time. But
he's kicking me under the desk because I'm talking about NBA instead of Big V, and now he's gone into the AFL.
But Frankston Blues are coming. They've won 6 on the trot, closing in on ladder leaders Casey. They have the away trip to Mornington on Saturday night, followed up by the home match against Keysborough. They're in second. If they can win both of these, look out. Top spot.
I think they can win both, Steve. That's my feel.
They very much
tonight, going into the weekend. They will.
Yes.
I think they can. What do you think, Craig?
I'm not sure about them on the road yet. They're 4 and 3 on the road. I think they might be maybe counting their chickens a little early and split here.
Okay. No, I'm with you, Steve. I'm going to go with the Blues to win a couple. Let's go to Youth League 1 Women. There's the games up on screen for you. Corio Bay and Keilor is the game we're looking at. Stingers 6 and 6 in 6th. Keilor in 1st, 9 and 1.
No Campbell game again, chosen by Steve. We know he doesn't like them.
Does Campbell play this week?
We know he doesn't like them. Doesn't matter. He doesn't.
Just don't even get a mention.
We have Corio Bay in 6th, taking on Keilor in 1st at 9 and 1. But they're 2 of the most informed teams in the competition. Corio Bay have won 3 in a row. Keilor 5 in a row. Corio's big win was popped Campbell last week by 3 points, who subsequently defeated Sunbury. So that's looking like a real strong form win going into this round. And Keilor have beaten Sunbury as well, who looked like the best team in the comp. So we're going to see 2 of the best teams go at it here.
Is this Tatlock's crew down there in Corio Bay?
That would be correct.
Well, who's going to win, Steve?
Keilor.
Rosenveld. Rosenfield, is it? Rosenfield. Tatlock, just no chance down there, Corio Bay. On their home deck, down at the Chook Shed, no chance.
5 straight wins to the Thunder. One of them being Sunbury, so the form ties in against Corio Bay. Just for reference, Campbell will take on Chelsea in the first game of the round at 4 o'clock at Bourne High School.
Right.
Any Seatown fans want to get down to Bourne High School?
Don't act as if you love Seatown.
But yes, Keilor will win.
I think Keilor will win as well. Craig, just to digress for a second, I just mentioned that Corio Bay played at the Chook Shed. Have you ever been to the Chook Shed? I know you.
I have.
Really?
We did a Big V TV episode down there last year.
How'd you go down to the Chook Shed?
Not bad. Steve drove. I don't venture outside.
Oh, I know that. You'd be a little bit too
drove me.
uppity for the crew down there at the
Wow,
Chook
I wouldn't
Shed.
say
Surely.
He did take something home with him, a dozen eggs.
A dozen eggs, nice. I like that.
It's
I
nice
like
in the
that.
car on the way home.
Youth League 1.
Just before we
Sorry.
do press on, Youth League 1 women, I know Corio Bay down there love to fine people. Does that go forward to parents and stuff like that?
Why do you ask?
Oh, because I know Di Tatlock is
Di Tatlock.
very prominent on social media. So I was just wondering if if the team, expands to the
Well,
family and friends.
surely given Di's an adult and probably has earned a little bit more coin than
Is
the
it
kids
double
over the
fines?
time. I think it's got to be
Double
a
fines.
double.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if over the last 2 years she's commented more on Big VTV than anyone
enough.
else.
It's like the holiday period. If you get done speeding, it's double demerit points. So it's double
Very
fine
nice.
for Di Tatlock. Let's go to Youth League 1 men. There's the games coming up. I do like this one. It's Geelong 4th, 8-5 versus Werribee 3rd, 10-4. I like the Super Cats down on their home track. They're a very tough team down there.
Yeah, but how tough's their last fortnight?
Yes.
Last week
Yes.
they copped losses to Sunbury and Waverley, who subsequently first and second
Good teams.
in the competition. They now get dealt third in Werribee. Thankfully for them, it's at home, but it's such a tough fortnight, and to consistently back it up week on week. In saying that, Wayne Neath had a massive weekend
very
last
good.
week. I think it was 25 points
Blue
in
carpet.
each
Yep.
game, so look for his form to continue.
Werribee won 4 in a row. Great.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a mid-season slide, but I've really liked what they've done lately, and they look to be back at their best. This is going to be tight. I don't think I can pick this either way. At Werribee, I'd probably, not confidently, but I'd go with Werribee. But I think Geelong's home court brings this back together.
I think Werribee will get it on the road. I think, Steve.
I'm keen to stick with the Super Cats.
Wang Neath, you mentioned him before. Can you remember that band out of the 80s called Wang Chung? Can you remember that?
I wasn't even here in the 80s, mate.
Yeah, I was-
Fair enough.
Thanks for coming.
It's the only chance I get to reminisce every now and again. Molten VYC Women. There's all the games coming up on the weekend, tomorrow night and Sunday. I've got written down Stevie 2 Bets Special. What's that about? We're not allowed to.
Well, you've been harping over it for the last 2 or 3 weeks. What are you talking about? How I keep picking 2 games of the weekend?
The old back-to-back.
I sit on the fence. The
So
old
he's called it
Stevie
the
2 bets.
two-bet special.
You've been telling me that after shows every single week.
Does he know about the integrity
Just,
status?
hey,
We're not allowed to bet.
Read the next line he's written down as well.
So the games he's actually focused on Nunawading by the looks of it, Steve-O. I didn't go to the production meeting. He was too busy drooling over LeBron James. Nunawading playing Sandringham. Nunawading is second in the Terrell, 11-3. Sandringham are first in Terrell, 11-2. And then on Sunday they're taking on DV, who are fourth at 10-4. Steve,
Well,
tell us about these games.
Well, I'm glad you've touched on the positions and records of these 3 teams, because if you take a look at that again, 3 Terrell Conference teams all battling it out for positions in the top 4. Finals positions become so important towards the latter end of the season. First, second and fourth, even Altona's in there at a very similar
10-3
record. Nunawading coming off a loss after 5 straight wins
But what about Sandy's run of form?
will be super keen
Yes.
to get a couple of W's, if not one. But Sandringham is the team that's in form in the entire competition, 7 straight wins, and I would predict that continues.
Well, what about the Fortress, Craig, down there at DV? It's a fortress.
Yeah, they've won 7, lost 0 down there at Diamond Valley so far. They've been great all season.
It's a fortress that you can't get in there without your license, credit card. You need to have your passport, and it's a full body scan to get into that joint, mate. It is a fortress.
And that's what I think makes this one really tough. I think Sandy are the best team in this comp, and I think you can't. I think on a back-to-back, I don't think you can win at Diamond Valley. So
DV is 7 zip at home.
Yeah,
You know what's going to happen this weekend on Sunday afternoon, don't you?
You're going to Diamond Valley?
No.
You're going,
No,
are you?
no.
Well, no. For all the young stars out there in Molten VYC Women, why don't you go out and watch them at Diamond Valley on Sunday? Why don't you go to that game?
I'm trying to explain what's been happening throughout the week, and you're putting pressure on me.
Go.
Throughout the week, there's a whisper at Nunawading that there's been building a Trojan horse.
Oh, going into the
And
fortress?
that's what's going to be...
going into the fortress?
That's what's going into Diamond Valley on Sunday afternoon.
Steve's going to pop out of the horse. Oh well, I'm going Sandy and DV.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's going to be a tough weekend for the old Spectres.
It's a very tough weekend.
both close games.
I don't know. I honestly, I couldn't
of
tell
course.
you.
Get back in your horse, mate. Molten VYC men. Stevie's picked 2 games again. Take us through it, Steve.
Well, we're putting the blowtorch on Hawthorn. They're
blowtorch,
sitting
I like that, the
in
blowtorch.
first in the Terrell Conference at 10-3.
Right.
And they've got the 2 competitors sitting right below them this weekend. Second and third in Terrell in Bulleen and Kilsyth. Hawthorn beat Bulleen in round 1 by 2 points. Lost to Kilsyth by 8 in round 2. So that's early form.
Yes.
Obviously, a lot's changed since then.
Well, you guys have both absolutely destroyed the Kilsyth Cobras.
Yes,
You
but I
guys-
want to touch on that. I think they're back.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I think they're back.
They're back.
They
They're
stopped
back.
watching, have they?
They've got a couple of
No,
players.
no.
They've got a couple of players.
Liam
rolling
Evans,
in.
I saw
Jamie
Liam,
Hale
I
has
saw Liam
returned.
Evans and Jamie. I saw Liam
Yeah.
and Jamie back, yeah.
And the Cobras
Very deep, aren't they?
finding
They
that rock again.
Well, who wins these 2 important games for the Hawthorn Magic, Craig? Who wins?
Who wins? Bulleen and Kilsyth.
So Hawthorn, bang!
Yeah.
They're first 10-3 and they're losing 2 on the weekend.
Also, I think you said Terrell Conference. They're in the Watson Conference.
My apologies.
Sorry.
Steve?
I tell you what, if Bulleen and Kilsyth can win both these games, it just lights up the Watson
Yeah.
Conference. I think
That's
it
what I'm
may
there
happen.
for. That's what I'm here for.
I reckon the Magic gets 1.
Yep.
But I don't know which one.
If Hawthorn can win them both, I think they've pretty much locked up the
Yeah,
1 seed.
okay,
That's
alright.
so. This weekend is huge for them if they can win them both.
Division 2 women, there's the games coming up in round 11. We've got a top of the table clash. Craigieburn Eagles 9 and zip take on Wallen 8 and 2. 9-game winning streak for Craigieburn. Wallen have won their last 3. No love lost between these two. First time that they've actually met this season.
I think this is where Craigieburn endure their first loss. I think Wallen 8 and 2.
Is it at Craigieburn?
Yes,
this
yes,
game?
it is.
Wow.
Speaking of, they're holding their annual cancer round out at Craigieburn.
Surely Wayne's behind that.
Of course.
Jess Wayne should be looking after everything out
part
there.
of it. So we obviously want everyone to get out
Yes.
to Craigieburn across the course of the week, and I think they have back-to-back double
Yes.
headers, raising valuable funds and awareness.
She is
for
the
that cause.
fundraising queen, Jess Wayne. The amount of money that her and her crew out there have raised, and it's not just her, it's a team effort, but she's front and centre. A brilliant job, Wayne. Fantastic. And everyone out there at Craigieburn. And I think the Eagles will get up, Steve. I think it's unfortunate that you're sitting here on a Friday night tipping against them.
Well, it is. I hate to rain on their parade, but I think this is the start of Wallen. I mean, obviously they've already won 3 on the trot. This is the real push that Wallen make towards the postseason.
Mate, Craigieburns won 9 in a row.
Yeah, I might be favouring Wallen in this one as well.
Have they got has Wayne got the dunking machine out there this weekend? If she
Quite
has,
possibly, but I don't think I've heard of it.
if they've got the dunking machine,
Are you going to put your hand
no,
up?
I'm going Craigieburn. I'm going for Craigieburn. No, Steve-O, seriously, if they've got the dunking machine, and Wayne will be straight onto Facebook on this show.
Are you going to tell me to get out there as well?
You put your hand up and you go out there.
How many games do I get to go to this weekend?
I tell you what, if I was out there and you're on that dunking machine, mate, I'm putting a big hunch down straight away just to dunk you.
You
into
take
the water.
about 8 goes at it to try and get me too.
I just walk up and kick the bloody thing and you go straight down. Division 2 men, there's the games coming up and I like this one. It'll be a beauty. We are headed out to Seatown, Craig.
Yeah, down to Seatown. Steve wouldn't have been happy about putting Camberwell on this. We know he doesn't like them out there. Camberwell at 9 and 2 have had a slight slip up, but won again last weekend to pick that back up. Mildura 4th at 8 and 4. Camberwell won by 7 in their first meeting
In Mildura.
In Mildura,
Yes.
which is as big as you can get. Nat O'Hara has been dominating all season.
I'm going Seatown. Dragons for me to beat Mildura.
Well, Mildura always travel pretty well.
Yes,
They're
a good team.
Obviously,
I think this is their second game. though.
Calvin
Is it
Henry
Sunday?
Dallas
Second game.
Sunday. Calvin Henry Dallas Brown, super consistent this season. The issue I have is the back-to-back.
Get on Seatown.
It's a tough gig out at Bourne High School on the Sunday.
Seatown for me.
Yes.
Jeffers and the boys, Division 1 women. There's the games coming up, round 11. We're headed down to the Bull. Down at the Arc, Warrnambool 2nd, 10 and 3 take on Werribee 7th, 6 and 6.
Well, I think it's interesting. You just touched on those records. It looks a one-sided affair, but I tell you what, the Werribee Devils are probably the best mid-table team in form across the Big V right now. 6 and 6. They've won 4 of their last 5 flying. Alyssa Bennett is in some fine
Very good.
form, probably the best form she's been in this season. 17 points per game and 12.5 rebounds. There's also players around her stepping up in the likes of Jessie Price, Sam Moody and Jess Slade. Devils, they go down there with a bit of confidence, they'll be every chance.
Can you just bring up the games in this round? I know they've been up behind me. I just want to see where Warrandyte is playing.
We'll see.
They're playing at Whittle. I reckon I saw something earlier today on social media where some of the Warrandyte girls...
At Warrandyte against Whittle.
Okay, they're at home is what I'm saying tomorrow night. I reckon some of the Warrandyte girls were cheekily checking themselves into Melbourne Airport to fly to Mildura. And a couple of teammates panicked because they hadn't got to the airport in time. So I reckon they were just having a bit of fun and games internally down there at the Venom. Just trying to suck a few of their teammates in for missing the flight, and I'm reliably informed that maybe a couple of them panicked, thinking that they had missed the flight, not realising that they're actually playing at home.
Speaking of the Venom though,
yes,
Rachel Wansborough's 250th Big V game this weekend. We'd like to send some
not the only milestone either.
Her way, and in addition, as
gun with the gun.
Vanessa Powers 300th for the heat. Congratulations to both of those players.
And I think those that have been watching the show for a long time would know that I've got some serious affection for both of those players. They go about their game in a magnificent way for so long. Love watching these two players play basketball. So well done to Rach on 250, well done to Vanessa on 300. Warrnambool or Werribee?
Warrnambool.
I'm going the ball. Go the Mermaids. Go the Mermaids. Amy Wormold. Division 1 men. There's the games coming up in round 11. Bulleen in 6th, 7 and 7 take on Warrnambool 5th, 8 and 5. And this is a crucial game.
Crucial, probably more so for Bulleen than Warrnambool. They're sitting at 500th, right in the middle of the table. A loss could see them drop out of the top 6, whereas Warrnambool on a 5-game winning streak. Xavier Blunt has been lighting it up, and they're really looking to make a push towards that top 4, that top 3.
Did the Boomers win down in Warrnambool earlier this season?
They did. But you mentioned that, just so inconsistent.
Yes.
The Boomers just can't really find some form to tag along 2 or 3 or 4 in a row. And that's why they're in 6th at 7 and 7.
I know that's our game of the round, but the Pacers this weekend?
Yeah, correct. Whittlesea Pacers are hosting their Help a Mate event this Sunday during their triple header, helping raise funds for one of the club's good friends in Sean Carey.
Yes.
Stacks of prizes via raffles and the like, so make sure you get down there.
When's that on? Is that on Sunday?
Sunday afternoon.
Well, what are you doing Sunday, Steve? Maybe we go down to...
He's going to go from Diamond Valley to Wallen first.
Busy weekend.
I'm keeping it up in the northern area.
Busy weekend for the two of us.
Bulleen, what are you, two of us? What are you talking about?
Well, you've got to kick the dunking machine down or something.
Right. Bulleen or Warrnambool, I'm going to go the Seahawks to win.
I reckon Bulleen have been up and down, as you said. I think we might get him on an up here at home.
Oh, okay.
I agree. I'm going the Boomers.
Of course you are. State Championship women, there's the game.
Hey, hang on, that might be the one game Steve does go to because it's only 5 minutes from his house.
State Championship women, there's all the games. Big one coming up, and it is a very important game. It's Sunbury at 5 and 5 taking on Southern Penn at 5 and 4.
There's a real statistic I want to highlight for the Jets. They're 4 and 1 at home, but they're 1 and 4 on the road.
Can't travel.
Are we still calling them legitimate championship contenders based on that stat?
I think they can still win it.
If they hadn't done what they've done the last few years, then I don't think you'd be counting them. But I think they've shown too much talent over the past to count them out.
I'm not counting.
I just feel at this point in time they're on the brink.
Is he trying to get Angers a game in the season?
No.
Is that what he's up to? I'm not counting them out, Steve. In fact, I think Sunbury win this game. Yep.
I think they really need it.
Well, they absolutely need it. I think they win.
I think Southern Penn are just a better team this season,
and they're good on the road.
I think they'll win.
They're good on the road.
Sydney Cole's been injected. Obviously, played her first game last week for the Sharks. The new import down there. She played 19 minutes, and that'll be set to increase throughout the next month or so.
3 and 1 on the road, the Sharks, by the way. State champ men, there's the games coming up for this weekend. We're headed out to Eltham. This will be a ripper.
Yep.
They get a good crowd out there at Eltham High School too. Wildcats are 3rd, 9 and 3, take on Waverley 2nd at 9 and 3. Both teams have won 4 of their last 5. They've got some terrific depth, these two teams. They are going to be right in the mix at the business end of the season.
In my opinion, they're the 2 best teams going around right now. I know that's a bit harsh to Ringwood, who are always thereabouts, but I think they're the 2 best teams in the club.
I said a couple of weeks ago that they're 2 of the best 3. I think Ringwood is still up there.
1st and 2nd in terms of their defence.
Are they?
So, in terms of Craig's perspective, you look at postseason basketball, we all know defence is highly regarded at that point. So his opinion of their 1st and 2nd best teams in the comp backs up. But only 3-2 on the road is Waverley this campaign. For a team at 9-3, that's probably something that has to improve.
You've got to mention down here about Tim Listing and Mickey Harper.
Well, they just continue to do what they do,
Fly under
don't
the
they,
radar,
for
Stephen.
Waverley.
Under the radar.
And for mine, I think Chris Arkell is always the X
Good
factor,
player.
and especially as we get closer and closer to the end of the season.
Good player. Who wins?
I'm tempted to say Waverley, but Eltham are pretty consistent at home.
I like the Wildcats at home. Craig.
Yeah, I think Eltham at home. They have a nice crowd out there. They play fast, athletic. I think they can really get on a run, and they're hard to stop from that.
As I saw.
As you saw last week.
In the last 5 minutes. Hey, have a great weekend. Plenty coming up right across Saturday night and Sunday afternoon in the Big V. It's round 11. Enjoy. We're back here next Monday night to wrap it all up on Big V TV. See you then.